Sex sells, but once again, WWE dropped the ball and they waited until after Raw to have Liv Morgan kiss Dominic Mysterio. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Today we're going to look at the WWE Raw ratings. Now, as we know, Raw went off the air with Liv Morgan kissing Dominic Mysterio. Now, in some countries, this actually happened before Raw went off the air, but I believe in America, maybe in North America, Canada, Mexico, whatever, the kiss happened after Raw went off the air, and you had to see it online as part of an exclusive. If you look at the YouTube clips that they upload from Raw, they aren't uploading the Dominic Mysterio Liv Morgan kiss as part of Raw. They're uploading it as an afterthought kind of thing. So it looks like that was right at the end. Some people got to see it, some people didn't get to see it. But what we cannot deny is that that is what's creating the buzz coming out of Raw. That 100% is the most talked about thing on the show. And if we compare that with the highest rated clip from the show, which was the Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch Steel Cage full match, that got 687,000 views. Whereas the Liv Morgan kissing Dirty Dominic Mysterio clip got 1.1 million views. So we're talking in the millions there. Very rare that WWE can get videos in the millions. It tends to be only The Rock, CM Punk that can do that. But we can see here that Liv Morgan kissing Dominic Mysterio is garnering interest. You know, it's creating interest. It's creating a buzz. People want to see it, and it's no wonder because things like this are interesting. Things like this do get people's attention. We know that Dominic's supposedly in a relationship with Rhea Ripley. Now we've got Liv Morgan said she was going to steal everything from Rhea Ripley. Is she going to steal Dirty Dominic? We've got a hot chick in Liv Morgan making out with Dirty Dom. You know, things like that are going to be more interesting than a shit 20-minute boring wrestling match. But people don't understand that. People don't get that. But hopefully WWE can go in this direction, but I don't think they will. I don't think Triple H Big Nose will do this. But the fact that he put it on at the end and that some places actually didn't get to see it at all makes me believe that this is something he doesn't really want to do, but he felt like would create a lot of buzz. If he wanted to do this, he could have had this at the start of the show. He could have had this at the start of next week. To me, I think that would make more sense, or at least show it after the match. It could have been in the ring. The fact that this happened in some countries after Raw went off the air, I think was dumb. But anyway, we'll talk more about the clips after we get done with the rating. So this week's Raw rating, like I said, Liv Morgan creating interest, but not enough interest for the rating not to drop. So sex sells, but the Raw rating still goes down. This week it did a 1.69 million viewers, down 2% from last week's 1.733. And again, this happened so late at the end of the show, and like I said, in some countries they didn't even see it. You don't have time to react to this. You don't have time to, create a positive viewership swing because of this. It happened so late that there's nothing you can do. I think this should have happened at the start of the show next week. I would have had it happen next week at the start, or even if you have this match a little bit, maybe this match could have opened the show, and then you could have had it after the match, and then you could have Judgment Day fallout throughout the show. I think that would be the way to do it. Now, you could argue that they're going to create the fallout for next week, but I don't know if one little kiss is enough to gain people's interest. Everybody that watched the 1.1 million clip, are they going to tune in next week? Not entirely sure, but like I said, this week did 1.69 million. The demo did 0.55, which is actually up from, or down from last week, actually down 2%. Last week it did 0.57, so the viewership down, the demo is down, just everything for Monday Night Raw here is down, as was SmackDown. If we look then at the clips, so let's get into it. This is the most viewed YouTube video clips on the official channel. Now, we're taking this from WrestleNomics, and they only include the actual clips that happened on the show. They don't include exclusive clips or clips that happened after, so it's only stuff that was actually on the show. Therefore, they haven't included the kiss. So they've got the most viewed clip being Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch in the Women's World Title Steel Cage match, coming in at 685,000 views. But like I said, the Kiss has got 1.1 million, so the Kiss is well beyond this. Then this has got 685,000, and then the next place clip is 388,000, which is Maxine Dupree stopping Chad Gable from striking Otis. So, I mean, you look at the difference from the highest viewed clip to the third highest viewed clip, you've almost got 1 million of a difference. You know, you've got like what, 800,000 of a difference there. I mean, that's crazy that nothing else can generate anything near what a simple kiss can between Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. Next, we have Damian Priest confronting Gunther, 373,000. Then it's Braun Strowman shaking off JD McDonagh and Carlito and Finn Balor, 326,000. We then have Otis and Akira Tozawa preventing Sami Zayn from attacking Gable, 314,000. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre getting hostile, 267,000. Braun Breaker spearing both Ricochet and Ilya Dragunov, 242,000. And then Rey Mysterio versus Carlito, 242,000. So we can see here that there was one thing that was creating interest, there was one thing that was getting people to tune in, and it was a kiss between Dominic and Liv Morgan. But I just feel like they've done themselves dirty. Pun intended, dirty Dom. He got kissed by Liv Morgan, but it should have happened at a better spot, or it should have at least happened. The fact that this has happened, I believe, in America after Raws went off the air is embarrassing. I mean, this is huge. You talk about storylines, Triple H creating this is something. This could be a storyline. Liv Morgan, a three-way love triangle. We could legitimately have a storyline here, and the biggest scene so far Raw has had off the air. It's fucking ridiculous. So you want to say that Triple H is banging and cooking and creating great stuff? How can you say that when the most important thing has happened right at the end and most people didn't even see it? You know, like I said, so dumb. So dumb. And I get it. They will probably, I'm going to assume they will show this next week with highlights and whatever replays, but I just think there's a better way of doing this. You need to make sure everybody sees it, or you have it happen earlier in the night. You could have had it happen, you know, like I said, this match could have opened up the match, and then you could have had Judgment Day fallout throughout the show. But no, we didn't see that. They'll probably drag it out. Everything's so slow now. It'll probably take weeks and weeks until Rhea Ripley gets hold of this. I mean, you could have had this happen in the opening match. You could have had the Judgment Day talking about it. You could have had somebody on the phone, and it could have been Rhea Ripley later in the night calling because she's seen this. But we didn't get any of that. We just got the kiss off air. And yeah, by next week, no one will probably care. So yeah, there you go. WWE guys shooting themselves in the foot. Rating is down. We'll look at the quarter by quarter hours, and it'll be interesting to see what has done well in that. Will the main event hold up due to the fact it was the Women's Championship in a steel cage? I think it should. The main event should have a pretty decent rating considering that they gave us a women's world title match and it was a steel cage. So we'll look at the quarter by quarter hour ratings in a little bit, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.